Winds around 5 miles an hour.
And here we go.
This is the National Weather Service office at Greenville, Spartanburg. The preceding signal was a test of weather radio station WXL 56's public warning system. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated to warn of an impending hazard. Test of the signal and receiver's performance are normally conducted between 11 a.m. and noon each Wednesday. If there had been a threat of severe weather, the test would have been postponed until the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast and the warning alarm will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. The warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings. For station WXL 56, broadcasting west of Asheville on a frequency of 162.400 MHz, the warning alarm will be activated for the following counties in North Carolina: Avery, Buncombe, Burke, Haywood, Henderson, Jackson, McDowell, Madison, Mitchell, Holt, Rutherford, Transylvania, and Yancey. This concludes the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards to an Alert test. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the central and southern mountains, including the Asheville-Hendersonville vicinity.
Alright. And that was a weekly test of WXL 56. A station that, since 2 weeks ago, got their new antenna placement. At their transmitter site in Mount Pisgah. And ever since that point, 2 weeks ago when they got their new antenna, I've actually been receiving WXL 56 unbelievably good from a distant area.
For the listening area, Friday, sunny, highs in the mid-80s.
Like as you just heard, I got WXL 56 at a clear signal. And this is as I haven't monitored this station forwards in months. And that's because, prior to them getting their new antenna on May 29th, or 2 weeks ago, WXL 56 was degraded. So that essentially meant that, again, me being from a distant area, I received WXL 56 as far as Charlotte. That essentially meant that I couldn't receive WXL 56 anymore. And that was actually as worse as it got, because before I could no longer receive WXL 56 at all, here's how much I received WXL 56. Just before they got it degraded. That's the remaining bit of WXL 56 that I have. Yeah, so I only got very little of WXL 56 on channel 1. Then later on, I just wouldn't get at all. In fact, the only thing that I really would be getting on channel 1 would mostly just be WXJ20. Oh, and my apartment, that is. So that has since changed. And may I also add, that because WXL 56 had been degraded for a couple of months, as far as earlier this year at least, for the first 7 days that I would be in this house, I also wouldn't get WXL 56. Again, going back to me saying that they got degraded. And so for WXL 56 being on the channel 1 frequency, For the first 7 days that I was over here, prior to May 29th, I mostly just got WXL 42. But it's after May 29th that has since changed.
The monthly totals of 51, which is -8 below normal.
With WXL 56, and again, unbelievably good signal.
30 above normal. The normal high temperature for today.
From a really distant area, as I'm receiving WXL 56 as far east as Charlotte. I got one SVR last week, or June 9th if you're watching this from the future, and also an SVR the week before that on June 4th. And those two videos for those two SVRs on WXL 56 will be uploaded after I upload this one that you're watching now. But yeah, not only am I in the new house now, though I already have been for 3.5 weeks, I also finally get a station that for a couple of months I just couldn't get at all.
83 and the low 57. Mount Mitchell, the high was 63.
So, welcome back to WXL 56
76 and the low 51.
with your new antenna.
These are the 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations on Wednesday, June 12th.